Keep to the code. Aye, the code. There's the code to consider.
The code.
Pirates Code.
The Pirate Code book. Pirate Code book was something when we got our hands on the script and I read it, I thought, what an opportunity. I knew that, Gore's very detail-oriented and I wanted to give him options to shoot. I knew that there was things meant to be in the code book, parlay that's in the script that had to be in there.
Parlay?
And then the scripted line that we had about, the Pirate King being able to call war. And also, there was a pirate code, like Blackbeard had a pirate code, and a few of the other pirates of that time had them. And for the most part, they kind of said the same thing. It was like, whoever spots the ship first gets the first gun, the best of the pick. Musicians must play every day, but Sunday. If you're marooned, you get a gun with one shot, that kind of thing. So those are things that we put into the Pirate Code book. This is an actual old book that a friend of mine had. But I'm going to have these refabricated and we'll put them on this. That's what I like. I just want to run it past you. I think the writers were talking about something like this, and Gore's like, no, it's got to be huge.
These are fantastic locks. Yeah, if you can go in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's nice.
So we're going to do this and this with these clasps, and then we'll come up with something cool in the middle. There was elements where leather was ripped off and the binding and the wood underneath it. The old methods where, the wood was exposed and you could see how they did it. And also there was, the paper, the vellum or the parchment that we were going to use.
The paper is supposed to be like vellum, which the original, what they used to use is, vellum is actually from the intestines of sheep.
We had a meeting with Gore, and Jerry happened to be there, and I was just trying to get some information from Gore, and this is in the very preliminary stages of the book.
Now this we have to work on, because that's too contemporary.
No, this is just the sizes off. Gore's like, no, it's got to be this, and
there's just scribbles here and stuck pages, and
Jerry chimes in, yeah, you got to have, recipes for rum.
Maybe like a recipe for rum in there or something.
Absolutely. That's what the pirates would do. They would keep their rum recipe right next to their duties of the king thing,
The brothel in Singapore.
Well, Singapore, you have a name, Rose's Tavern,
right. Yeah.
With some X's or something,
Arabic, Chinese writing.
Did they have lipstick in those days?
A lot of that is already in here.
Where?
A lot of that within this.
No, but I mean in this page.
All right. I walked away from that meeting a little beat up, and I was like, boy, I wasn't ready for that. So I said, you know what, next time I show him this book, it's going to be done. So I got our standby painter, Tony Leonardi.
I gotta get to work.
And Jim Burkett, who's a conceptual artist.
So usually I work right next to Gore and we sketch a lot. And then Chris Peck asked me to help on this super prop.
We came up with some little stick figure hobo type drawings, and he would do these in the corner. We would tear the book, and then we would sew it back up, and we'd take a torch and burn it, and through the seam or something, or the hole of the burning, you could actually see some of these stick figures or how to attack a ship, or something like that.
This is actually a map to the rum locker that some desperate pirate put together. Shows you how to walk 10 paces from the palm tree to the rum locker. It's probably the most valuable thing in the code book.
Welcome to the Caribbean, lad.
In here it tells you who the pirate lords are, what their pieces of eight are, what seas they are a pirate king to, and the lords, and how a pirate lord becomes king. And all those things are revealed in here. It's kind of... Actually, I shouldn't even be talking about it right now, to be honest with you. We tore and burnt and took wax and took fake blood and took some sunflower seeds and, rum and wine stains and, everything we could think of. We kind of threw the kitchen sink at it to get that texture and detail. It weighed like 80 pounds. It's got 1,000 pages in it.
I feel like I pulled a tree stump out of the ground. I've been guesstimating the weight by trying to lift it. Too heavy for a prop.
I showed it to Gore and Johnny and got really good responses from them. So the next day we're going to go shoot it in first take. Keith had to open up the cover and he had to flip, I think, 3 pages. Nailed it great on the first take. 'Cause by the second take, 10 minutes in between whatever, he goes to open it up and he can't get it open because the thing's so heavy. So he put it back down and he said, it's a movies, the luggage never weighs as much. And we went back behind the set and we took a saw and we cut half of it out. We cut all the extra pages.
The book that was constructed was a little too heavy to open. So they're cutting out the inside of the book.
All right, here's the book. Good. Okay.
pirate movies don't come along very often. So, you know, if you look back over history and how many pirate movies have been made, there's only a handful of prop masters that's had that opportunity. So when that opportunity presented itself, it doesn't get any better than that.